Yo, 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 Big Kish back up in here. Shedeur Sanders and Deion Sanders is a perfect example of how we need to start loving each other, how we need to start supporting each other, and how we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go, y'all. And this is Culture Covered. I'm going to leave a link in the description explaining the Deion Sanders and Shedeur Sanders situation. But this title reads, Deion Sanders names the NFL owners who blackballed Shedeur Sanders. Like I said, y'all, we got a long way to go. We must support each other. And with that said, just dropped the book. It's out now. It's called Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset, written by none other than Big Kish. And the link will be in the description for you to purchase your book. Shout out to everybody that purchased the book already. And there's the link in for some merch as well is down in the description. And shout out to everybody that's been donating to the Cash App as well, keeping me going every day, all day to deliver these reactions. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Happy, man?
God is so good.
Hey, do you forgive the prankster?
God is so good, man.
Okay, man. Thanks very much, buddy. We need hard knocks, bro. We need hard knocks.
I don't feel like this happened, for no reason. All this is of course, fuel to the fire. And under no circumstance, we all know this shouldn't have happened. But we understand we on the bigger and better things.
This morning, the NFL.
Pressure makes diamonds. Believe that. Believe that. They couldn't destroy us then. They ain't going to destroy us now. Hey, look, we are beautiful people, man. It is what it is. Let's get it.
NFL investigating this prank call to draft hopeful Shedeur Sanders, son of NFL legend Deion Sanders, picking up the phone Friday, thinking it was a coach inviting him to join the team.
Strictly for that reason.
But it wasn't a coach or anyone from an NFL team.
This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
Instead, it was these young men seen in this video circulating on social media.
That NFL commissioner Roger Goodell, I believe, allegedly, was also involved on this scandal to embarrass, humiliate, and sabotage both Deion Sanders and his son Shedeur.
Shedeur Sanders and the NFL draft drama are still making headlines, and everyone is trying to get to the bottom of what actually happened on draft day. Some folks are convinced that NFL owners wanted to put Deion in check and conspired against his son. And it sounds like Deion feels the same. And now he's out here alleging that there's a behind-the-scenes conspiracy and that some NFL execs and owners used Shedeur to put Deion in his place. One NFL insider.
Best believe that when we end, excuse me for the tissue, y'all, my nose itching. And look, if we keep putting ourselves in a position where as though we gotta submit to other people, right? Now we gotta do this. What we need to do is do what we gotta do to take care of our families, right? But it needs to be a stepping stool to have our own. So, if we have to be in a position to submit to someone else or work for someone else, right? Have a plan to get up out of there. Have a plan to get up out of there and create your own things, create your own businesses. And we must support each other, y'all. Let's get it.
Already leaked that some coaches and owners thought Shedeur was too entitled and arrogant in interviews, skipped the combine, and worst of all, they thought Deion himself was out here acting like he runs the league. And these white billionaire owners weren't about to let that slide. Keep in mind that there are currently no black majority owners of any.
Y'all see that? No black majority owners. Now, people feel like, oh yeah, such and such owned the Nets or the Knicks, however it go, right? I don't watch none of this stuff. Yeah, such and such, he a little owner. No, just because they let you get a little 2% partnership, that don't mean you own nothing. You don't own nothing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check this out.
NFL team. The NFL has 32 teams, and 31 of them have majority owners who are white. The only non-white majority owner is Pakistani-American Shahid Khan, owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And according to some analysts and fans, this is the main reason behind Shedeur's draft slide. These people are saying this is a textbook case of how black athletes, especially confident, outspoken ones, get punished for behavior that's celebrated in white athletes. Some public figures like Dr. Umar have alleged that the NFL owners wanted to humiliate both Sanders men and remind them who really runs the game.
I believe that all 32 NFL team owners and their executives,
all on one accord,
and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, I believe they all came together in a KK Ku Klux Klan type of clandestine meeting, and they decided, allegedly, I believe, that they were going to embarrass, humiliate, and sabotage both Deion Sanders and his son, Shedeur Sanders, on draft day.
But not everybody's buying the blackball angle. NFL legend Chris Carter came out and said there was absolutely no collusion here. And he actually accused Deion and Shedeur of making too much noise off the field and overplaying their hand.
Well, a number of things happened. The number one thing that didn't happen was there was not a collusion message with the NFL owners.
Okay, what? Okay, a lot of people think that.
Now, as for fans, they seem to be divided on this. Some are calling this out.
Look who they interview now. I'm not saying that you're not going to have your Sambos out there. You're still going to have your sample. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Understand this, y'all. There are some people out there, you could give them their own everything. They own land. You could give them their own bank. You could give them their own restaurant. You could give them their own everything and tell them, look, everything is yours. You just start. They still want to be up under somebody else. They still going to want to be subservient to somebody else. Believe that. I'm telling you, everybody ain't got that ownership mindset that I want my own stuff. I don't want to be answering to nobody. I don't need to be up under nobody, feel like they could put me on punishment. Nah, that don't sit well with me. But there is a portion of people that sit well with. They cool. They good.
Out as straight up racism and pointing out that white players with worse attitudes get passes all the time. But others are saying Deion brought this on himself, talking wild, taking shots at the league, and treating Colorado like it's the NFL. Now they're like, you want to act like you run the show? Oh, okay, cool. But don't be surprised when the league humbles your kid. So was Shedeur really blackballed? Or did Deion mess this up for his son by trying to dictate where he plays and acting like he runs the league? How exactly did Deion explain Shedeur's stunning draft fall? Let's break this down.
You have said that if the right team does not pick him, that you will intervene.
That's my son.
Things got really emotional at the Sanders household during the NFL draft, and Deion was not hiding how he felt. Primetime just sat there on the couch in Texas looking shocked. And when the Saints snatched up QB Tyler Show instead of Shedeur, all Deion could do was shake his head in disappointment.
All right, with the 40th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Tyler Shough, quarterback, Louisville.
Switch it up.
Quarterback. There it is.
Wow.
One of the most intriguing prospects.
Wow.
26 years old.
For those that know, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what they doing. But you're going to have some of our people who look like us that's going to be like, no, this not true. They're not blackballing him. No, this is what's happening. Y'all know how they get. They get their little blanket. They get their little pillow and cuddle up under Massa. You already know how they do. Hey, right, am I right, Massa? They to start sucking on their thumb and stuff. Yeah, that's dumb.
In September, he played parts of 7 seasons
in college. Look at the reaction.
You got the phone, but who got that number?
From the
And it wasn't just Show. 5 quarterbacks, Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Tyler Show, Jalen Milroe, and Dylan Gabriel, all went ahead of Shedeur, who most people had ranked as the second best QB in the draft. Then the Browns, who were rumored to be really into Shedeur, curved him again in the 3rd round and went with Dylan Gabriel instead, which is wild because Cleveland had been low-key thirsting. They interviewed him at the Combine, hit up his pro day at Colorado, and flew him in for a private dinner. And as Shedeur kept slipping past round after round, Deion was left speechless.
All right, y'all gotta stop. Yeah, this is
It's funny when he's lost for words.
I know what's going on. I like to have hope, and I like to trust God. This
ain't God.
This
the devil.
This the devil.
Hold on, Dad.
Shedeur.
But God allows the devil to do things just to wake his people up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, ultimately it is God. He's giving the devil to go ahead and, hey, look, show my people that your people, what they eat, what they capable of, the evils that they're capable of. So Satan like, okay, all right, let me go see. Let me go see if Shedeur and Deion, they really believe in you. All you do is got to go read Job. Y'all's the same thing. He said, have you considered my son? Have you considered my chosen Job? He said, hey, look, I'm going to go and try him. Hey, look, he unleashed Satan. He let Satan go try him. And Job still had that faith. Deion and Shedeur sent, they still got that faith. It's funny to it. God's chosen. When you get messed with, it's funny to you. Like, I know Satan trying to play with me, man. Satan. Hey, look, you having a bad day out there at your job, your boss or whatever, your supervisor running their mouth, your co-workers running their mouth. Oh, Satan trying to play with me. You're supposed to laugh that off. You're supposed to laugh that off. You're supposed to laugh it off. It comes and it goes. We laugh that off, man.
Was finally picked up in the 5th round by the Cleveland Browns with the 144th overall pick. But the Browns had 6 chances to draft him before that, and they passed every single time. And for a lot of folks, it felt like a major snub. Like the Browns were saying, we'll take you, but only after we're done looking at everybody else. Shedeur's fall had a lot of people asking what the hell happened, especially after Shedeur was hyped up as one of the best QBs in this draft class. Many had him ranked 2nd overall behind only Caleb Williams, but somehow he slid past teams in their first 4 rounds. And the shock isn't just about his talent, but the fact that the NFL executives seemed to ignore him despite all the buzz around his name. And with his dad, Deion Sanders, being the flashy, outspoken figure he is, some folks are now wondering if personal bias or even attitude played a role in Shedeur's drop. In fact, sources with direct knowledge have already hinted that the NFL coaches and owners simply don't like Deion and his son's attitude. One anonymous NFL coach, whose team is picking in the top 7, revealed that the main issue was Shedeur coming off as brash and arrogant during a team interview. Meanwhile, NFL draft...
They don't like when you got confidence in yourself. They want to break you. They want to break you to the point that you just submit to them. And you just got your head down like, oh, okay, yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Okay, yes, sir, master. Mm-hmm. I'll do it. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't want me to wear any bling bling at the game? Okay, I won't wear it. Mm-hmm. Oh, you want me to sign here? Okay, I'll sign there. Okay, what else you want me to do? That's what they want. They Shedeur and Deion like, man, listen, man, what up? Hey, look, let me up in here. What your all right, boom, what plays we running? How we doing this? You know what I'm saying? They don't like that. They don't like that.
Expert Todd McShet also claimed that Shedeur's attitude was the main issue and added that Shedeur's job interviews with the NFL teams did not go smooth. Was the main issue. NFL coach attitude played a role in Shedeur's drop. In fact, sources with direct knowledge have already hinted that the NFL coaches and owners revealed that the main issue was Shedeur coming off as brash and arrogant during a team interview. Meanwhile, NFL draft...
Look at that. Look at them. Look at them eyes. Look at them. Y'all see that. Look at them. No spirit. No spirit. No spirit in them. Look how wide them eyes is. Look, you don't see no spirit. You know the eyes is the window to the soul. Do y'all see any comfort up in here? In them eyes? You see any comfort in them eyes? Nah. All I see is coffee, caffeine shots, reading the prompt. Look, where's the prompt? Where's the prompt? With the money. Money. That's all you see. Talking about some he coming off too arrogant. No, you arrogant.
Expert Todd McShet also claimed that Shedeur's attitude was the main issue and added that Shedeur's job interviews with the NFL teams did not go smoothly.
No warmth in them eyes.
Shedeur already had, because of his size, because of his lack of arm strength, because of his lack of mobility, already had a pool that was smaller than other guys like Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, Tyler Shuck, Jalen Milroe. He already had this shrunk pool, okay? But then he went and turned off some teams with his attitude. And then I told you recently, there's I have been told by two different sources that
he got to read the paper. He don't believe it himself. We don't believe you. You need more people.
The back and forth with an install package with the New York Giants and Brian Daboll, so it did not go smoothly. And I don't need to give any more details. So now that's a third organization that I'm aware of. I don't know if there are any others.
On the flip side, NFL reporter Tom Pelisero hinted that Shedeur's dad and his handlers are responsible for Shedeur's fall because they were acting like they could dictate what clubs Shedeur was going to.
I spoke last night with one general manager who is considering taking Shedeur Sanders today. He pointed back all the way to March 2024 and something that Shedeur's father, Deion Sanders, said on a podcast talking about both Shedeur and Travis Hunter, saying that if they are drafted by a team that they don't want to go to, he's going to step in and pull an Eli, meaning force those players to not actually go to that team and try to get them traded. Throughout the pre-draft process, Shedeur Sanders very much proceeded as if he was dictating to clubs where he was going to go, rather than how the draft works, which is the other way around. And there were a bunch of opportunities missed at the various checkpoints through that pre-draft process. Go all the way back to All-Star season.
But Deion Sanders is now reportedly pushing this theory that the whole thing was a conspiracy to bring him and his son down. Sources are saying that Deion has been telling his inner circle about how NFL owners colluded to humble Shedeur because they couldn't stand the idea of a father-son duo stepping in and taking over the league. According to Deion, these owners...
Hey, look. You see that? You see that? Hey, look. Hey, look at God. That's why I wrote this book, Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset. They don't want fathers with their sons, man. I'm telling you. And I ain't even see this video. But that was a good alley-oop for you to go cop this book and go spread the word. The link is in the description. Told y'all. That's why this is so important.
Saw Shedeur as a threat, not just because of his talent, because of the confident and unapologetic attitude he and his dad bring. Meanwhile, Shedeur found himself wrapped up in another controversy on draft day when he was pranked by a fake phone call. It was later revealed that the prank was orchestrated by Jax Ulbrich, the son of Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich. 21-year-old Jax called Shedeur pretending to be New Orleans Saints general manager Mickey Loomis. The caller claimed that the Saints would take Shedeur with their next pick, before adding that he was going to have to wait a little bit longer. After the call ended, Shedeur looked unsure about what just happened. And while he handled it pretty well, you can imagine how frustrating that must have been on such a big day.
Now to the NFL draft drama surrounding Shedeur Sanders. Deion Sanders' son was the victim of a prank phone call that led him to believe that he was about to be drafted by the New Orleans Saints. ABC's Lara Spencer has more.
This morning, the NFL investigating this prank call to draft hopeful Shedeur Sanders, son of NFL legend Deion Sanders, picking up the phone Friday, thinking it was a coach inviting him to join the team.
This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you.
Yeah, we have. It's been a long wait, man.
No, for sure.
We're going to take you with our next pick right here, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's be legendary.
But you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, man.
The caller abruptly hanging up.
What does that mean? You heard that?
He said you're going to have to wait a little bit longer.
Nobody got that number but coaches, strictly for that reason.
But it wasn't a coach or anyone from an NFL team.
This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
Instead, it was these young men seen in this video circulating on social media, impersonating New Orleans Saints general.
That's funny though. Hey guys, hey. See, that stuff is funny. That's funny, right? Yeah, you see?
Manager Mickey Loomis.
We're gonna take you with our next pick right here, man.
Yeah, yes, sir. Let's be legendary.
Hey, but you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, man.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
The Atlanta Falcons releasing a statement saying Jax Ulbrich, the 21-year-old son of defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, found the number and was responsible for the call. That video showing
he gave his son that number. Ain't nobody stupid.
Ulbrich and a friend making the call. Ulbrich apologizing to Shedeur on Instagram, writing, "I'm so sorry I took away from your moment. It was selfish and childish." And Sanders is trying to put the whole thing behind him.
This is what it is. I think of course the dude was childish. Of course I feel like it was a childish act, but everybody.
But you still got your clout from it, so now you apologize. No, you're sorry you got caught. You got your moment. You got your clout off the situation. That's what it was all about. To insert yourself into Shedeur's moment.
They do childish things here and there.
Now, as for Deion's reaction, when TMZ caught up with him at the airport, he played it cool and acted like he wasn't fazed by the whole situation.
Deion, mate.
How you doing?
Hey, it's good to see you, man. Hey, now that the dust has settled, are you happy with how things turned out?
God bless you, man. You know how good God is?
I know, God is good.
You know how good God is?
You happy, man?
God is so good.
Hey, do you forgive the prankster?
God is so good, man.
Okay, man. Thanks very much, buddy. We need hard knocks, bro. We need hard knocks.
But sources close to the Sanders family are saying Deion is far from unbothered, and apparently he's going off behind closed doors and telling anyone that this is bigger than just bad luck or bad timing. And allegedly, he's convinced that the NFL owners sabotaged Shedeur on purpose. Sources close to Deion are saying that he believes this is all part of an effort to silence him, keep him in his lane, and remind him that no matter how good you are, you still have to play by the league's rules. Deion has now made a few cryptic statements on X, writing, "A lie don't care who tells it or repeats it. Its goal is to be heard. The truth could be standing right in front of you consistently for years, but you don't see it because a lie is in your mind. The truth may not be as popular as a lie, but the truth wins in the end." And then
I'm going to keep on saying it. Charlemagne always said, don't nobody care about the truth if the lie is more entertaining. You know, don't nobody care.
in a follow-up post, Deion added, "I can do better, I know better, I was taught better. I've seen better, and I'm definitely better. I'm also thankful for another opportunity to do what I'm blessed to do, and I won't take it for granted. Lord, create me a pure heart and renew the right spirit within me." But not everyone is buying into the conspiracy talk. A growing number of fans are saying this whole situation might have less to do with collusion and more to do with a lack of accountability. And one of the biggest red flags—
those are the tap dancers. We ain't even about to listen to them. We ain't even about to listen to the tap dancers. Oh, there's an amount of people who said this not as conspiracy. Those are people that say accountability. We ain't even about to do that. Like Deion said, the truth will be in your face for years. These people are letting you know this is the field. This ain't no different from the field from back in the day. I encourage y'all to go watch that Colin Kaepernick documentary on Netflix, man. It is real. And I encourage y'all to go cop this Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset by Big Kish. Very proud of this book, man. We need it. It's a lot of young fathers. I was a young father, you know what I'm saying? I had my first child at 17. No guidance, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully this book can give some insight. If you know somebody that's a teenager or a teenage mother, teenage father, either or, it's not just for dads, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, good self-help book as well. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think of this video. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.